everyone, welcome to the Sharon Eagle Eye, Season 4, Episode 1.
Today, we're going to get you up to speed on all the fantastic work that happened this semester in Video 2 and 3. From getting to know new faculty to reporting on what happens around the school, from advanced sound design to wrapping up the biggest events of the year.
Let's start with one of the lead stories of the year. Continuing an annual tradition, girls from the junior class took on the senior class in a flag football game, known the Powderpuff Football game. Eva Pelosian failed this recap about the day went.
Every year at SHS, the girls in 11th and 12th grade participate in an 11v11 flag football game called Powderpuff. This year, the seniors showed out and beat the juniors 28-0.
The seniors obviously dominated, 28-0, left everything out there.
Seniors going all out in this game.
I think it went better than it ever could have went. We dominated the game.
The juniors didn't pull out a win. In the end, a win is a win, and the juniors didn't win.
On the senior side of things, star players Jordana Morris, Carmen Leonardi, and Maddie Hugh led the team to victory.
Maddie Hu and Carmen Leonardi, they're both incredibly fast. I used to play soccer with both of them, and it's been a bit since I've gotten to see them run like that, but it was wow, that was crazy. So I thought that was pretty cool to just watch people be insanely fast.
Our big MVPs, I think, obviously Jordana, our quarterback, and then Maddie and Carmen. Everyone was just really good.
It was when Jordana pretended that the ball was deflated and then just scored that touchdown. That was a really epic moment for the game, for our team.
In the end, the seniors got the W, but much to the dismay of the juniors.
There was there was some physicality from the seniors that wasn't very fair.
People say the game is rigged towards the seniors.
I wouldn't say any of that took place in this game.
All in all, both the juniors and the seniors played good football, and the rivalry between grades continues to brew. Tune in next year to watch the class of 25 and 26 go head-to-head to determine who's best.
Class of 2026, watch out.
SHS staple that happened this year was a Red Cross blood drive hosted by the Student Council. Reporters Lennox Porter and Aiden Liang covered the event.
This past month on November 30th, Sharon High School Student Council hosted the American Red Cross for a blood drive. According to Ms. Zalker, over 40 people donated blood.
Our mission statement for having the blood drive at the high school is to give students a great positive experience so that they become lifelong blood donors.
It's a good experience, and I want to try to help others as much as I can.
For over 80% of donors, this was their first time donating blood.
No, this is my first time donating.
Many students have their own personal reasons for donating blood.
It's a drop in the bucket compared to other things I can donate, so I'll just do it.
I'm personally donating blood because I think it's just a really great way to help people who are sick and people who are not as fortunate as I am and have the healthy blood that I do, so yeah.
A lot of people don't realize they can donate because they think that they have certain things they can't, but it's good to come in and check and try to donate and help save people's lives.
Next year, consider donating blood if you missed out this year.
Every new school year brings a number of new faculty members to Sharon High. This year, we got to know a few of them, including Miss Andrews, new assistant principal at SHS. Check out Patrick Blaney's interview. I can't read.
So today I'm sitting down with Miss Andrews, the new vice principal at Sharon High School, and I have a few questions, and I'm sure you have a few answers.
I hope so.
What brought you to Sharon High?
Well, when I learned from Mrs. Keenan that there was an opening for an assistant principal at Sharon High, pretty much jumped at that opportunity because of Sharon's reputation in terms of student achievement, the excellence, and the diversity of this community. And then the other reason really was because I've worked with Mrs. Keenan for many years. She's been a mentor to me. I enjoyed working with her. To have the opportunity to continue to do that in such a quality school and environment was really something I couldn't turn down.
Where did you work previous with Miss Keenan?
So we worked together at Taunton High School, which is also in the Hockomock League, so folks know Taunton. I was there for 20 years. She was there for 28, I think. So we worked together the entire time I was there. Taunton is a large urban school. It's about 2,800 students, so it's a bigger environment.
Other than, again, just having Miss Keenan's knowledge and also knowing Sharon through the Hockomock League, did you know anything about the school going in?
Well, I did my research a little bit in terms of I looked, at the profile of the school to sort of get a sense of, the size and sort of the programs that were offered. Yep. I come from a school counseling background, and then before that I was an English teacher. So I always look at the program of studies of a school to sort of see, what types of academic programs they have. I love athletics as well, so I think the academics and the theater and the performing arts excellence here was another draw for me.
What are your thoughts on the school thus far, both in terms of the people and in terms of the building and facility itself?
Anybody who walks through the front door, right, you're immediately sort of impressed by this wonderful new building, and the investment that's been made in education is just, it's just impressive. In terms of the community, everyone's been really welcoming, warm. I had great experiences at freshman orientation, new student orientation, new teacher orientation, the most recent, the open house. So I have found the community to be really engaged, really committed to education, very welcoming to us. Myself, Ms. Keenan, there are other new administrators here as well. And hopefully what we can bring is maybe some new perspectives, but also I think we all intend to be here for the long run.
Finally, anything else that I left out that you just want to say in general?
One of the things that I really value so far is the diversity of this community. And I think maybe folks from the outside might not sort of appreciate the richness of experience that is here. That there's diversity not just in terms of, student interest and also background and identity, and sort of to see how all of those things are represented with such positivity and enthusiasm in this community it's great, because I think it's what makes being in a school frankly fun and interesting and engaging, and that how we all can learn from one another. So that to me has been so far sort of like one of the real great joys, and I'm looking forward to learning more.
Awesome. All right, well, thank you for sitting down with us today. This has been great, and have a good rest of your day. This has been an interview with Miss Andrews. Peace.
Thank you.
The math department welcomed a new coordinator this year. Eva Poulton and Madison O'Reilly sat down with Miss Kelly to find out what she brings to SHS.
Hi, my name is Eva Poulton, and today I'm sitting with Miss Kelly to introduce her to the student body.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Kelly. I'm the 6 through 12 math coordinator for Sharon Public Schools.
All right, so first question, where did you work before coming to SHS?
Sure, so before coming to SHS, I was actually the middle school math department head for Natick Public Schools, and I taught 5th grade math, so it was like a 50-50 position.
So how were your first few weeks going at the new school?
I think they're going really great. I'm meeting a lot of great teachers. The students have been great. I'm super busy. I'm getting a lot of emails and a lot of questions, but really good.
So what made you want to become a math coordinator or teacher?
So I wanted to get I wanted to get high school experience because eventually I'd like to be a math director. And so I've taught elementary, I've taught middle school. I wanted to come and teach high school. Sharon had that unique position where I could do middle school and high school. It's similar to what I did as a department head, but not just, it encompasses more grade levels. So I was looking to come to Sharon to get that experience. Plus the school system is highly rated, and we have a similar program in Natick, so I felt like it was a good spot to come to.
Yeah. Okay, so we asked you a few questions about how SHS is going and stuff, but we're going to ask you a few questions about what you do outside of school and stuff like that.
Sure.
So outside of school, are there any activities or hobbies that you enjoy?
Yeah, so I love playing volleyball. So I play a couple nights a week. I play in an adult league, and then on the weekends I sometimes play in volleyball tournaments. They have a volleyball tournament for adults, so I play there. I love to bake, in particular when I'm really stressed. I will bake a lot. And also I love to dress up. So like if there's Spirit Days or Halloween or whatever, I will be all in.
I'm just curious, did you play volleyball in high school?
I played volleyball in high school, and then I played club volleyball in college. So, yeah.
All right, so what would you say, what would students be surprised to find out about you?
What would they be surprised to find out about me? That's a really good question. I don't know if it's a surprise per se, but like I'm like obsessed with clothing. So I have a huge closet that's like super organized by like style, and in particular I like 1950s vintage remake dresses. So I will wear a lot of dresses, except Friday. Friday I have math t-shirts, but a lot of different styles of dresses. So yeah.
Is there a quote or saying that you live by?
I don't know if there's a quote or a saying, but I will say that I think that what you put out into the world is what you get back. So if you are kind and you care about people, then that's the kind of response you're going to get back. And the other thing I would say is you can control how you react. You cannot control how other people react. So own your own and worry about yourself. And then, what other people do, you can't control.
Excellent. That's great. All right, well, this wraps up the interview. Thank you for your time, and it was really nice getting to know you.
Thanks.
Sticking with the math department, Jared Averson and Nathan Durrani interviewed former SHS student and new to the district teacher, Mr. Stoller.
I am Mr. Stoller. I went here as a student, graduated in 2015, and after a couple years teaching in another district, I am now excited to be here as a math teacher and also working with track and cross country.
Wonderful. You said you were a student here. How does teaching in Sharon compare to being a student?
I like them both. Everyone has been super supportive, and I'm trying to be true to myself, kind of the same guy. When I was in high school, I was really into sports, went to all the games, competed a lot, and I'm back at it. I'm excited to go to a lot of football, basketball games this year. I've already got to do some of that. So I'm just trying to be the same fun person I've always been.
Wonderful. And what is your favorite part of being a teacher?
The relationships with the kids, definitely. I usually stay here pretty late after school working with the teams and talking to kids. I got this job because I want to be around people. I don't want to sit in an office all day. I love building those relationships.
That's really cool. And if you graduated in 2015, obviously you went to school in the old building. How does in your opinion, the old building compare to this new building?
Yeah, the new building's beautiful. I liked the old building a lot, but it was pretty run down. I enjoyed my time there, but the new building is definitely an improvement. I think it was time for a change.
Yeah. What has changed since you came back teaching now in Sharon from when you were a student?
Wow. I don't know. It feels like the same Sharon that I've always known. Still very high academic achievers, which is awesome. I can't think of too many big differences. It's really the same Sharon that I love, which is why I'm so happy to be here.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for helping us out here.
Rounding our new teacher interviews, Juliana Duarte and David Zelenchuk interviewed the English department's newest member, Miss Moore. Take a look.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. What's your name and what subject do you teach?
My name's Miss Moore and I teach 10th grade English and World Studies.
What made you want to become a teacher?
So I always knew I wanted to be a teacher. A lot of my family members are teachers, my aunts, my dad, my grandparents.
So I grew up around education a lot, and I would always make my little cousins do worksheets in the summer that I made. So I think part of me always knew I wanted to be a teacher, but as I entered my senior year of high school and started looking at colleges, I really wanted to continue helping people, and I was really passionate about reading, and I wanted to distill that passion into other people. So education seems like the next best way for me to instill a love of learning and a love of reading into more people.
Where did you work before you came to Sharon High School?
So I did an internship year at Gardner Pilot Academy in Boston Public Schools. I taught in the 7th grade there, and then I was teaching at Waltham High School. I taught 10th grade English there for 5 years.
What do you think of Sharon High School so far?
I really like Sharon High School so far. The students are really kind and respectful, and have a really big passion, are really driven to succeed, which I appreciate as a teacher. I also love that Sharon High School is right by where I grew up, since I went to Stoughton High School, so it feels in a sense like I'm coming back home in a lot of ways. So I really like the community feel here.
What expectations do you have for Sharon High School as we go through the year?
One expectation I have is just to see students advocate for themselves, and take on leadership roles within the school. You all have an amazing extracurricular and club program, so seeing students utilize that program more, to be able to advocate for themselves is an expectation I have. And as a teacher, I want to really work to make sure that anything that I'm teaching is responsive to the needs of students and prepares you all for the real world. So we're having real world conversations about things that matter to you.
Early in the semester, students prepared submissions for statewide competitions. Check out this entry for the Massachusetts Department of Transportation's Safe Street Smart Tips competition.
Choose your character.
Slow down! You almost just hit a vulnerable user. 1 in 5 fatal crashes caused by a motorized vehicle involve vulnerable user.
So what should I do to avoid hitting a vulnerable user?
Legally, you must give at least 4 feet of space to a vulnerable user while passing them in a motorized vehicle. Now let's try again.
Students also prepared an entry to the Massachusetts Interscholastic Athletic Association's Multimedia Competition. This year's prompt focused on how students could use social media to promote sportsmanship in their school. Take a look.
In the Hawkmark League, there's a lot of teams that have like Instagram accounts or Twitter accounts where we post like stats from different games and stuff. So I know for basketball, we have an account where we post like the stats that if we play Canton, like we'll have stats that they post our good stats. So it's just about like building people up and not like bringing them down.
By spreading positivity and encouraging to get involved in sports.
It's kind of like I just said, like we have different Twitter accounts or Instagram accounts where we like repost posts from all the other teams. We like to post everybody's achievements, and yeah, that's it.
The cheer team has posted cheers for the student section and parent section to do.
Social media supports sportsmanship by sharing the team's achievements, can share news quickly, shows people good sportsmanship, recognizing athletes who lead by example. It can be a tool to share team events and social gatherings to get other people together, and it can also encourage people to try out for these teams.
This semester, students got a chance to get creative with some sound design. In these short pieces, students were tasked with creating their own Foley sound to bring their projects to life. Give these ones a look and a listen.
word from our sponsors. Actually, that's not true, but students did make some advertisements for events and services around the building.
SHS Theater Company's production of Anastasia is this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. To get the inside scoop, I sat down with some members of the company.
My name's Colin Plumridge. I'm the company manager.
My name is Sadie Dussault, and I'm playing Anastasia.
Hello, I'm Nathaniel. I play Gleb.
My name's Liam, and I'm playing Dimitri.
My name's Sullivan McClanahan. I play the bass in the pit.
It is a very fun musical about the Romanov story in history.
Basically, some girl gets amnesia and she wants to go find her family, but they were all killed, so she has to travel and go to Paris and break the law.
The show is a what-if scenario about the Russian Revolution and about the royal family of Russia.
It's about this Russian girl. She has to get move on into being rich, and then the rest of the show happens.
It's a show about communist Russia, the Russian Revolution, and a lost princess.
Everyone has been really amazing, and all the crew, all the cast, everyone here is super talented and hardworking, so it's been really easy and fun.
My experience is that I get here right after dinner time, and then we play, and I go home.
I came in never acting or doing anything related to a musical before. This is my group of friends, and I just really wanted to spend time with them, and that's why I'm doing this musical, and it's been really great.
It's been really fun. A lot of great people.
The show is Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and you do not want to miss it. Tickets are available at sharon.booktix.com. Get them now.
Absolutely.
Yes, come see the show. It's gonna
so
slay.
good. You should. You're a cool kid if you do.
Our reporter spent a lot of time this semester getting to hear from students of a variety of topics. Here is a selection of their so-called man on the street or student in the hall interviews.
We took to the halls of SHS to ask students what their favorite winter activity is. Here's what they said.
Probably skiing because I just think it's really fun.
Definitely ice skating because I love going with my friends.
My favorite winter activity is actually watching Duke basketball, watching the Bruins hockey, and the Celtics.
Honestly, I don't like the winter, so I'm going to say I like to stay inside and drink hot chocolate.
Decorating my house with my family because it's a good family moment.
Sleeping in my bed, I be hibernating because I don't do sports. I'm lazy as hell.
Decorating with Maddie because it's funny.
Playing basketball because I've been playing it since I was really young.
To sleep because I don't want to be here. That's exactly why.
My favorite winter activity is skiing. I think I first skied when I was a senior in high school. We took a senior trip to Colorado, and it was really fun. And so I just liked it ever since then. It's a thrill.
Guess who's back? It's me, Patrick Blaney, reporting on behalf of Eagle News. And today, we'll be asking the age-old question. What music do you study to?
I really like studying to NBA Youngboy.
I like to study to Lady Gaga, specifically, I think it's called the Fame Monster album. Yeah.
Awesome.
Pop music.
While studying, I like to listen to Butterfly Effect by Travis Scott. Chief Keef.
What music do you study to?
Well, I think, that's a big question. A lot of people put on lo-fi playlists, and I have a big problem with that. I think it's a bad way to engage with music. You're just passively consuming it, and I think that's a disrespect to the artistry that goes into this, and it's a whole problematic culture. I listen to a lot of different stuff.
When I'm studying, I like to listen to Blonde by Frank Ocean. It's a pretty good album.
I don't know. I like all kinds of music. I like rap. I like pop. I like all different types of music. I like Eminem. I like Ed Sheeran. I like Taylor Swift. Many different kinds of music.
I like some chill music like Phoebe Bridgers or Men I Trust or TV Girl, anything chill like that.
Classical, Antonio Vivaldi, Fall Variation. Instrumental only.
It's a good pick. Thank you all for watching this. This is Patrick Blaney on behalf of Eagle News signing off.
Students embarked on some other creative endeavors this semester, including making videos around a prompt within a genre. Here are a couple of creative narratives students produced.
We close out our show with one of the last assignments to close out the calendar year. With a look back at the best of 2023, here is a countdown of the top 10 stories that affected Sharon High last year.
2023 was an action-packed, exciting year, and we've collected a list of some of the most important events in Sharon. Number 10. As the first graduating class in the new school, the class of 2023 graduation marks the start of a new era for Sharon students. Number 9. In the world of Scouts, less than 6% of Scouts become Eagle, the highest rank. Of the 48 Scouts in Troop 95, 8 of them reached the highest rank this year. Number 8. This year in the Massachusetts Educational Theatre Guild, the Sharon Theatre Company made it to semifinals with their film, It Starts With Boat. Number 7. Sharon Boys Basketball made it to round 8 for the first time in over 15 years in the 2022 to 2023 season. Congratulations to the team for their success, and we hope to see more this coming season. Number 6. The boys cross-country team won the Hawk Mod Championship this past fall. This was their first win in the Hawk for a while, rounding off a successful season by placing 3rd in the divisional and 13th at regionals. Number 5. The town of Sharon has been arguing over the construction of a new library since 2014. Only in the past 3 years, however, has approval been passed for the construction of the new library, and even then, the construction has only began in the past year. Number 4. In 2023, ChatGPT continued to revolutionize communication and problem solving by seamlessly integrating into various industries. Its remarkable impact was felt throughout enhanced customer support, streamlined workflow, and facilitation of innovative solutions across a spectrum of fields, making a pivotal year in the advancement of natural language processing technology. Number 3. On March 31st of this year, a fake SWAT call was made and the Sharon High School went into lockdown. It sucked for students who had to stay in room for 2 hours. Number 2. After losing its place as one of the most popular games in the world, Fortnite made a comeback with the return of the OG map. Over 40 million people logged on in a single day to play the Battle Royale, with a peak of over 6 million concurrent players. Number 1. Taylor Swift made her Eras Tour debut in Massachusetts at Gillette Stadium in May of this year. Despite the heavy rain, all 3 shows were sold out, making for nearly 200,000 fans watching her performance live.
That's it for this edition of Sharon Eagle Eye. We hope you've enjoyed the work produced this year. Be sure to check in again at the end of the fall semester for the next episode of Sharon Eagle Eye.